There is an exhibit right now at the Houston Botanic Gardens showing hundreds of sculptures created by talented artists in Zimbabwe.
It's known as ZimSculpt, and it's a platform for the artists to showcase their talent on an international level. This morning, we're here with the founder of ZimSculpt, Vivian Quasset, and ZimSculpt artist, Passmore Mupindiko. Thank you so much for being here, both of you.
Thank you for having us.
You for
This is an
yes.
honor. Okay, before we get to these amazing pieces of artwork and how you do this, we're going to talk to Vivian about ZimSculpt. Tell us, how did ZimSculpt come to be?
Well, I went to Zimbabwe 24 years ago to be introduced to some Zimbabwean sculptors, some of the top Zimbabwean sculptors, and I was blown away by their skill and their talent, and I started doing little shows back in the UK, where I'm originally from. And little shows ended up being Chelsea Flower Show. I did Chelsea Flower Show for about 7 years, and we won awards for our presentation. And that little show got bigger and bigger. We ended up doing garden shows and stately homes in the UK, and then eventually we ended up doing a botanic garden in North America. In Canada, we have traveled all over Canada and all over the United States with our exhibition. We represent about 300 sculptors from 5 regions in Zimbabwe, and every year we come to botanical gardens in North America and represent all of these sculptures and put on an amazing exhibit with about 100 sculptures throughout the whole garden at Houston Botanic Garden.
Mr. Passmore, how did you get involved in this?
I was doing some artwork at Tengenenge Art Community, doing some shows, and Vivian, she came to Tengenenge and said, can we travel together? And then we started traveling together with Vivian.
Yeah.
17 years
17
ago.
years.
17
Oh, my
years.
goodness.
But you've been sculpting much longer than that.
Yeah, I've been sculpting over 30 years now. Yeah, I did learn sculpting from my grandfather, so I was doing woodwork with my grandfather, then get into stones.
So how did it start? I mean, can you show us a little bit of a demonstration of some of the techniques?
So this is the raw stone here. So I use, this is a point punch. That's what I use to start a sculpture. So I'll be chipping like this. So
A lot of people think when you're sculpting,
So,
you have to...
So you'll be chipping away, so like this. So then after this, once you have your shape, you get this one here, it's called the chasing hammer. That makes this effect.
Okay.
The lines, it has some comb, some...
Is that a scraping tool? Or
You hit it like this.
Okay.
You hit it like this.
It starts to form that pattern.
Then after that, I have to use this one here. It's called a rasp. It's a rough rasp. So I'll be filing like this, like this. So the process is getting finer and finer and finer. So this is a finer rasp again. And then the finest one. Then after that, I will be using different grades of sandpaper. From coarse.
This is what we're used to just from the hardware store, right?
Yes. These are special for stones.
Oh, it is,
And
okay.
metal also. So the last grade will be this one here, grade 3000. Yes. Then after that, I have to heat the stone with a propane once it gets smooth. So the colors are natural within the stone. So what I do, I heat the stone where I need to polish. Then I put
So you're heating the stone in that particular area.
Yeah, so when you heat it, it opens the pores of the stone. Then I'll be sealing with this wax.
Okay,
It's just clear wax.
that's
It's a
incredible.
bit like beeswax, so
Yes,
it's
yeah.
neutral
So
in
it sort
color.
of fills in and smooths out the
So
fine
it goes
finish,
into
or-
the pores of the stone because the stone's been heated and the pores open, and then the wax melts into the pores, and then when the stone cools down, it retracts and it kind of traps it in the pores of the
Is
stone.
that part of what gives it the shine?
Yeah.
Then
gives it
after
gloss.
buff it, then it will be nice and shiny. So this wax doesn't change the color of the stone. It just brings out the color which is already
It's
in the
just
stone.
neutral
Yeah.
in color, so if you put it on like that, it just
Can't
looks
even see
like
it.
Yeah.
Do you know
moisturizer.
when you get a hold of a stone that looks like, my goodness, I'm sorry, this is so heavy. When you get a hold of this, in your mind, do you see that at the end? Or
Yeah,
does it
I'll
come-
be having kind of an idea, just kind of an idea, not like the finishing product. Yes.
But an idea.
Yeah, an idea,
Maybe,
yeah.
I know it's going to be a bird, or I know it's going to be a crane, or a.
Sometimes I don't know. I just get a piece of stone, then try to chip. Until the time I'll be chipping away, that's where it's just kind of communicating with the stone. So it's just kind of directing you. So
Incredible.
The stone is showing you what
Yes, listen
But
to
it's
this.
like this one here. I didn't know that it would become like this.
Wow.
So what do you think that's going to be?
Yeah,
now?
so I was like, at first I just think, let me try to find a hummingbird in the stone. So that's what I was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the hummingbird, it will be there. It will be there. It's
wow.
there now already. So this I will
you
just
see
check.
that?
The wings?
Yeah.
Can you
With
see
the
the
wings, yeah.
birds going
yeah.
and
Coming
the
together.
Yes.
beaks going into the
hummingbird.
flower?
Oh, it's
And
so
also
pretty. I
here,
see it.
and also
This is the head, right?
The hummingbird.
So here I do like the natural stone. So I just wanna keep it. So this is the flower. So it will be like this, the
Oh,
flower.
this is incredible.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yes.
I can't even.
Started looking
know.
like
Like
that.
Wow.
It's hard to wrap your mind around.
Yes, exactly. Vivian,
Yeah.
where can people check out the show and where can they learn more?
So we are at Houston Botanic Garden, which is right near the Hobby Airport. I'm not from Houston. This is the first time we've ever been in Houston. And Houston Botanic Garden is a really new garden. They've literally just been open 3 years and kind of opened around COVID time. So a lot of people have never heard of it. So it's very, very new. It's near Hobby Airport and we're running until June 2nd. And we're open every day from 9 till 5. And we have 100 large sculptures throughout the whole garden. And then we have a marketplace full of smaller pieces, about 300 smaller pieces in the marketplace. And then our 2 sculptors, Passmore is one of 2 sculptors. We also have an artist called Percy
And
Kuta
Percy.
with us. And both of them are sculpting every day,
Are you
showing
really? Yeah.
everybody.
It's a little live demonstration.
Yeah.
Every day will be sculpting, yes.
And some of the sculptures we have on display at Houston Botanic Garden are about 3 meters high. Yeah, I mean, they're like real showstoppers and beautiful, and everything's done by hand. So a beautiful weekend coming up, I think, weather-wise.
Yeah.
So it's
Come
a
out and
great,
check it
yeah,
out.
Off
great.
the garden, see the great sculpture.
Beautiful
and, the live
behind.
demo.
Yes.
Say hi to Mr. Passmore while you're out.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
Passmore. And then more information about the actual garden is on hbg.org.
Okay.
HBG. And then ZimSculpt, we're also on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. And people can follow us on there and find out a bit more about us.
Thank you,
Thank you both.
Vivian and Passmore. This is incredible. Thank you for sharing with
Thank
us.
you. Thank
you
you
for
so much.
having us.
Thank you for, yeah.